Whoops, my mic was muted. Hello! We're still waiting for Sean's other camera. In the meantime, take a look at this and scan the QR code. Apparently, Shawn is not the only one with con crud. One of his electronic devices used for the show has it as well.
War is a topic of vital importance, a subject of inquiry that cannot be ignored. It is a matter of life and death. It can be a road to safety or to ruin.
In an alternate version of our world, brought to the brink of total collapse, rival nations fight for global domination, and elite pilots in futuristic combat suits wage war on the battlefield of tomorrow. Now, 6 brave soldiers on a seemingly routine rescue mission will encounter more than they bargained for and uncover a dangerous secret that could change their world if they live long enough to see it. Mavericks Origins Volume 1.
Now on Indiegogo.
No longer on Indiegogo. Netflix in Demand is now in fulfillment. Hello, RJ.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, and you too, Sean. Hey.
Yeah. I was like, I was fighting trying to get this to work. I was like, what the hell?
So did my tagging inspire you to work on another Catwoman piece?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, Lauren Wright's always inspiring, man. She's killer.
Yeah, in many ways.
Oh, yeah, no, it helps. I mean, she's got that
Hey,
Nicole
thanks,
Brune
RJ.
thing going on. She's got that Nicole Brune thing going on where it's like, oh, she's nice to look at, and so is the art, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, how are you?
Been better, been worse.
Yeah.
Although I did get a bottle of whiskey for my birthday, so you know.
Well, happy belated birthday.
No, it was today. It still counts. It's not belated. It's still
Why
going on.
Why was I thinking your birthday was like Saturday?
I don't know.
Because I'm a
That's
terrible
probably-
friend.
Well, you know, so am I. But you know, with the no, I think I'll still be able to roll. Yeah, you're around. You can roll.
Yeah, I caught that. Yes.
Yeah. You know.
No worry. You're you know, hey. I was telling
I'm around
these
too,
little
so.
kids would come up to me. These little kids would come up to me at the con. And their parents were like, "Oh no, he doesn't want to, mess with you." I'm like, "No, it's not their fault. I look like Shrek."
I entertained you with a joke. Now buy something.
For real. I did all right at the con, man. Honestly speaking, I mean, I can't really bitch about cons from a money standpoint because I typically, from what I've gathered from the other artists around me, I typically outsell them. It's just when you need $17 million, nothing short of $17 million is going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's a reason I've done an event damn near every week for the past couple of months. And that would be it.
RJ quoting my go-to karaoke song on Neff's channel.
I'm an asshole, rodeo.
Yep.
I mean, it does make sense that, you sing a Dennis Leary song,
Mm-hmm.
being in the area that you're in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have a fondness for Mr. Leary as well. But yeah, it was a decent show. It could have been better, but it most certainly could have been worse.
Mm-hmm.
This particular show does something called Geek 101, where on the Friday of the show, they open the normal hours for Friday are 3 to 9.
Yeah.
So, but they open up from 9 to noon for field trips to come in there. And those kids usually bring money, which is always a good thing.
Yeah, because it's a field trip.
Mm-hmm. So, but Shelby County Schools, in all their bitch-assdom glory, decided to cancel field trips based on what some kid did at some recent field trips that had nothing to do with us. So I'm sitting there with $17,000 in keychains, whatnot, for the $5 grab and go crowd.
Didn't show up.
Those kids did not show up.
Because of what one kid did. Now the entire school has to pay for the rest of the year.
An entire school district.
The entire school district.
Yeah.
Well, come on, it's Tennessee. We all know it's just a one-room school with all those kids. And, half pint from Little House on the Prairie teaching.
Right. School marm.
Oh, actually, wait, no, it was her sister, Blind Mary, that was doing the teaching.
For sure. So yeah, they were expecting about 500 kids to roll through there that morning, and then, instead of calling and letting us know, like a good person would, because otherwise I wouldn't have shown up for. Well, I'm lying. I would have shown up, because if there's an hour that I can sell, that's an hour that I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have been like far less worried about having a bunch of $5 grab and go stuff. So, but it is what it is. Shit, that one's dry. That one's dry as a mother-in-law. Sorry, can't make those kind of jokes.
That marker was drier than Sarah Silverman around somebody that can't make her career move forward.
Do what?
Hey-o! I said that marker was drier than Sarah Silverman's crotch around somebody that can't make her career go forward.
Yeah, there you go. I'm not a big fan of Sarah Silverman.
Me neither. That's why I liked it when whatchamacallit, the guy with half a brain from the old Spike TV man show trampoline thing. The guy with the big cleft in his chin there, and the horse teeth.
Jimmy Kimmel?
No, Jimmy Kimmel's the
Adam Carolla.
Adam Carolla, yeah. Said something at a roast. I think he was hosting the roast, and something about Sarah Silverman's nether drying up. Something drying up. Whoever was being roasted, their career has dried up faster than Sarah Silverman's kitty cat. I can't remember how it went. Now I'm going to have to look up the clip.
Well, we just know that they said something. And she didn't appreciate it. And it was probably true.
Google is the dumbest search engine ever. How dare you try to make fun of people that are in our good graces just because we're stealing all your stuff?
Oh, that's speaking of stealing all our stuff. I kind of got a little bit into a heated discussion. Huh?
Go ahead.
Got a little bit into it with somebody over their usage of Wonder AI.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Well, it was a conversation between them via text and me, and because they sent me their art, and
It wasn't really their art. It was Wonder AI's art from their description.
yeah, I mean, I'm like, look, if you're using it as a tool, maybe you're using it just to get things going. I get that, I use photo references like crazy. You're supposed to.
Yeah, but you still draw them.
Yeah, and I was trying to give them an out and basically say it without calling them out and say, hey, because Wonder AI just farm. Yeah, they just farm the images from like, DeviantArt and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you're getting an image pretty much cooked straight from scratch for you from Wonder, and your contribution is to like change their eye color and maybe add some swirlies in the background, then hell out of here. You and me ain't the same. And I'm tired of pretending that we are. Because you let me catch somebody at a show selling some stuff that they cooked up with Wonder. And to me, it's the same as going on Google Images and pulling like that one Dorcas did at Corinth. He's pulling J. Scott Campbell and Michael Turner art and printing it all nice and pretty, but it's still their art.
Mm-hmm.
And I ask, hey, who's the artist? The carnival barker that's, leading everybody to the table points at this little kid brooding over an iPad. I was like, that's funny. You don't look like J. Scott Campbell to me. Ooh, yeah. And these other hayseeds here may not call you out on it, but I am. Yeah. And then he had a Michael Turner piece, and I'm like, Michael, you're alive?
No? That's kind of sus, as the kids would say.
Yeah, that's messed up. I mean, hell, just recently, December Lace found somebody selling Nathan Zerdy prints at an event. So apparently she called Nathan. And he's like, no, that guy bought a print from me, but no, he doesn't have the authorization to sell prints of my stuff. So that didn't go well for that guy.
Yeah, I know a lot of times the practice is, and a lot of artists don't think twice about it. If somebody buys like a shit ton of the same print off you, they're probably running to like stockpile for their next convention to sell all your stuff as their own.
Yeah.
I know Martin Dunn used to go nuts about that down at one of the big Florida cons, MegaCon. Like, he caught this dude that had apparently gone and just put an order in at like the local Kinko's of like over 100 different pieces of art, all from the same artist, and was claiming that it was theirs. And he threw a fit like right in front of their booth. He was like, you know what? Don't buy anything off this asshat. This is all stolen artwork. I know because I work with and I'm best friends with the artist, and his name is, and he called out the guy's name. Come over to my booth, this booth. Tell me you were here and didn't buy any of his ripped off art, and I will give you a free print of mine. Everybody left. The guy started throwing a fit at him. Next thing you know, security comes over, throws the guy out, from what I was told, from somebody else, escorted the guy off the premises, wouldn't let him retrieve all his plagiarized artwork. And it was packed up. Once they got the contact information and talked to the guy on the phone, it was all packed up and shipped back to the original artist, from what I heard.
That's brilliant.
But you never know, because, you know, stories get exaggerated every other person that hears them. So.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Telegraph, telephone, telecarry.
Mm-hmm. Karen.
Tell Karen. So did you go out for your birthday today?
Nope.
No?
Didn't leave the house.
That's like the best kind of birthdays, isn't it?
Yeah, I had a couple heated arguments and didn't go anywhere. And then at last minute, I got a phone call from my vascular surgeon's office that they need to cancel and reschedule my appointment that I was just about walking out the door to get in the van to go to. Well, okay, rolling out the door, wheelchair and all. Canceled it and moved it to next Monday because he had emergency surgery this morning. It was a life and death thing, so he had to go run to the OR next door at the hospital, and he's good at that. So, you know, so I got moved to next week, and then I had to call nursing to come out, and they couldn't get here until about 4 o'clock or so. My girlfriend went to Dunk's and to limit her time around the nurse, and brought me back a medium pumpkin spice coffee. And
I love that you love pumpkin spice.
Mm-hmm.
Felt dirty for liking it.
I'm such a basic bitch.
We are basic white girls.
Yeah. I feel I should only be admitting this if I was wearing Uggs boots and gray sweats.
Yeah. Well, you know, baby steps.
Mm-hmm. I find it hilarious when one of my female cousins goes and jokes on social media about, all right, ladies, it's gray sweatpants season. And I'm like, hold on, I'll be right back. No. And my phone starts ringing. Please, no.
I made that post.
I'm like, I'm already damaged enough.
I made that post the other day at the con. I was like, you know, I'm not built for OnlyFans. And Jim Kyle comes in with, I don't know, there's this dad bod thing. I'm like, we passed dad bod a while back. We are out of that territory.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're a little past Santa bods at this point.
Yeah. You know, just once, I want the girl to sit on my lap and not tell me what she wants for Christmas.
My favorite line to all the girls at work used to be every Christmas. I want this song. You need to play my song for me. I go, you don't have a song unless you can show me copyright papers that are legally certified. You know, much like your mental papers are.
Yes.
But my favorite line was, well, about time you learned not every fat white guy is Santa Claus. And I would, you know, I wouldn't say that out on the floor. I'd say it in the dressing room, which would get a laugh from the house mothers. And then I would have like one or two black girls look at me and go, I don't care if in the hood Santa was a black dude. I've seen that episode of Sanford and Son, okay?
It's hilarious.
Chinese kids don't believe in Santa Claus. They're the ones that make the toys.
They're the elves.
Well, they fit the height profile at least.
I got in trouble at one of the malls because when I was in the clubs, I brought a few strippers with me to the mall. We were just kind of hanging out and shopping. I convinced the strippers to go sit on Santa's lap. Santa had to like a little bit. In my defense, I just said sit on his lap. I did not say give the man a lap dance.
Were they in work attire when they went?
No.
Okay.
No, they were in standard I'm off work from the club get up, which means like sweatpants or pajama pants, a hoodie. Basically as unattractive as they can possibly be, which I get. I really do.
Scrubbed out.
Yep.
It's easy to do once you scrape that 9 layers of the Tammy Faye Baker makeup kit off your face.
We used to call our house lights the ugly lights.
Mm-hmm.
And there was
I
this
used to
one.
love. I couldn't say it at the last place I worked at, but many places before. Like, fellas, here come the cockroaches. Boom! Full bright, like football stadium bright lights come on.
Jeez. We had this one girl, and I say girl. I mean, she passed girl a while before this. She would always come in. The club would close at 3 o'clock during the week, and 6 o'clock on Fridays and Saturdays. She'd come in at midnight.
Like 6 o'clock a.m.
Yeah.
Wow. Glad I didn't work down there.
Oh yeah, that's terrible. Don't work a daylight savings time shift. Anyway, so she'd come in at midnight and just work VIP. You know, she had her regulars that would meet her up there and everything else. And I mean, she'd pay a hellacious payout and everything to be there that late. And you'd always hear them whenever the light comes on. You'd always hear, God, when they bring on the house lights and she's still up there bleeding this kid dry. Because man, in that harsh light of truth, it did not look good.
Neither did I. Damn, you look like a big dude in the DJ booth, but now that you're out here, man, you're fat. I go, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. I go, they lied to me and told me that Black was slimming, so I was actually dating one of the girls at one point, and nope, I still looked fat. Even looked fatter standing behind her because all you could see was whiteness on either side.
You're standing behind her looking like Totoro.
Yeah.
No, I get that. I love it too.
more like Neo Tokyo from Akira.
Nice.
In the beginning, which I just watched again yesterday because it's on Tubi. And Tubi surprisingly has a crap ton of anime.
Do they really?
Yeah. I tried out a new one and it was really bad. It was kind of like the story premise on the write-up sounded kind of cool. So I'm like, all right. It's got kind of like a Stargate feel. No, it was nothing like that. It was garbage.
Speaking of Stargate, man, I had like 4 requests for Stargate art this week. Like at people looking for Stargate art at the con. I was like, what the fuck?
Did you get their info?
Yes, I did. And made sure they had mine.
Well, ask them if they might also be looking for Stargate action figures because I've got a bunch.
Oh, for sure.
I even have a Colonel Jack O'Neill prototype figure that never got made. Just a prototype.
Wait, we have that.
I had started ordering them and then temporarily lost employment and didn't know because I thought it would be cool, even the figures that were just coming out at the beginning to get, because inside the figures would come a piece of the Stargate that you could assemble, like snap together and assemble to display the figures on, except half of the pieces came in series 1 and the other half came in series 2. Guess who didn't have money for series 2?
You.
Yep. Because to get them from my local LCS, I had to order and pay for the entire case. which of course was actually 2 cases, but it comes in one big case. So they won't actually open up the case and sell the individual box that has like the set of them in there.
Hmm.
And then I got more bad news. The world's greatest superhero line, they're on a truck as of the 18th on the way to the delivery to the dealers, except they are shy all of the Green Arrow figures. So everybody that ordered a set is going to have to hold on probably another month. And I'm like, and I can understand it because all this crap is coming from fucking China, or as I like to refer to them, the enemy, which is not the same thing as the enemy within. They're all located in Washington, D.C.
Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
If
And
you are,
correct.
then you are part of the problem.
Mm-hmm. I still have not. I still have yet to receive my Mavericks packages, but as Neff explained to me out in a public forum on Twitter, which by the way added 1.6 million users this month. Actual users, not bots. And saw an unprecedented number of libtard snowflakes quit on the dime as soon as he said, yeah, I've invited President Trump back. I put the poll out there, and he wins. He gets to come back. And he came out and said, yeah, not interested. But thank you. And of course, I had a bunch of people unfollow me in a hurry because I said, congratulations. Tagged them by name, hashtagged them by name and number 45 and blah, blah, blah. And just basically said, I'm ready for some mean tweets, and put an animated GIF of him throwing his arm up in the air when they were having, when Trump and McMahon were having their fake feud of each owning half of the WWE back in the day. Which, by the way, was hilarious. But
It kind of was.
and they waited like about a year or so. Well, they waited like a good number of years, like 5 or 10 years, and then did the exact same shtick with Ric Flair.
Yeah, they had Flair by half the WWE from Stephanie and Shane.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. I like my head's in the way, but You got kind of the Shawn Michaels, hoping and praying that this hair stays here thing going on.
Some people are just like, wow, from this angle, he looks kind of like Eddie Munster. I barely saw that, but I felt it.
So what do you think of her, man? You think she's coming around?
Oh, she's round in all the right places.
Faux show. Well, somebody comes up to the table at the con. He's like, hey, you wouldn't happen to have any sexy female art, would you? Boy, would I. That's not going to be the color I want to use. Yes, sir, I do.
And then you scared him away by saying, Dad, take your shirt off. No, I had just eaten lunch. I didn't need to see that either.
Yep, no. I will admit, man, he's been a trooper helping me out with these shows. And I was telling him, I think I'm done with shows for the rest of the year. And got a message today about one. Just when you think you're out,
They pull you back in.
Pull you back in, man.
So Tony Clapper, he works with Mike Watson and the whole FSK crew, Freestyle Comics. He's got a book 5-star. I think so, like on the 3rd or 4th issue now. And he works, I think, in a retirement home. More like assisted living than, nursing home. And yep, this Friday we're gonna do we're gonna have a Wakanda Forever party. I go, oh, please do not dress up as Gay Namor. Spelled Gheymor. And he got so offended. I'm like, I mean, if you're offended for the Aztec that they stole their heritage, and made Namor a part of, that's not Prince Namor, because Prince Namor is actually from Atlantis, and blah blah blah, and
it's
this freaky jewelry bitch isn't even from Atlantis. He's just an underwater dweller.
Well, what I was hearing, mind you, is that they couldn't use Atlantis because of DC. So,
speaking of which,
they're playing with my emotions right now at DC, because I've been hoping since day one that Jason Momoa needs to be freaking Lobo, and Jason Momoa and James Gunn keep teasing that that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't, I will be angry.
Oh, let's see. Adam Post, which is a name you might recognize, but I don't remember from where. But he, of course, like everybody else on the planet, is a YouTuber. He's also a comic book creator who's published like over 1,000 comic books, which means, you know, they still might not have been good ones, but
he's done more than me.
But more news coming out. Marvel producer refuses to hire writers who love Marvel comics, doesn't want pre-existing ideas. And they show this guy, and I'm like, well, I wouldn't be surprised if he was the reason they made Namor the way they did.
Mm-hmm. Phase 4 has not done very well for them.
And it's not going to do any better either. Where DC, on the other hand, Zaslav has been going through and just cleaning house.
Well, Phase 4 is now officially over with Wakanda Forever. And you know, in the movie, I actually hear good things about it. I haven't. I mean, I've heard some pretty good things, but here's the thing. I don't have time to sit and watch a movie anymore, barely. And when I do have time, the quickest way to piss me off and make me not want to watch any more of your movies is for it to suck. If I had watched, like if I had paid to good money to watch Thor: Love and Thunder, I would not want to see another Marvel movie.
Well,
and I hear that it's not terrible.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, no, well, I believe that it is. But
no,
I mean,
no, see, you know, I sat down and I'm like, I'm bored. I don't want to read. I don't want to play video games. I don't want to do anything. So until I can come up with something better to do, let me just see how bad Love and Thunder Tits is.
And then you saw.
And then it came on, and I have never been so thankful. I repeat, I have never been so thankful for my Wi-Fi to go out in my entire freaking life.
Again, I understand that. That movie should have been the most heavy metal freaking, like, it should have been a Twisted Sister video. It should have been an Iron Maiden video. Mm-hmm. It should have been, you know, Taika Waititi going absolute balls crazy. Well, I guess he did, but, you know, total fan service. Throw in Beta Ray Bill and, you know, throw Kratos in or some shit. Just anything to make this worthwhile. And then, you know, you want to do the Jane Foster Thor? That's fine. Do it. You know, but do it right. Don't
do a big postmodern feminist piece of shit. Whoops, too late. You did.
Yeah. I mean, it's not what you did. It's really how you did it. And, you know, give her, you know, go all girl power. That's fine. But you don't have to make Thor into a dumbass in order to do it.
A bigger dumbass. than they already made him into. So, you know, there's that. So all I can gather from this, I haven't watched Adam's video on this yet. But all I can gather from this need not apply if you're a fan of Marvel Comics. I don't want pre-existing ideas. That just screams out to me that with Chapek coming back, that he's sliding whatchamacallit.
No, Iger is coming back.
Iger's coming back and Chapek's gone.
Yeah.
But they want to continue with that G word, because we're not allowed to say grooming, at Disney, and basically letting Kathleen Kennedy now run the Marvel wing too, because that's what she wants for all the Star Wars things going forward as well, and has since day one. Oh, this isn't for you. Then who's it for? Why did you use an existing fan base to promote this piece of garbage work of yours when you wanted it to go out to a new fan base? Maybe you should try to find a fan base for it before you try to make it, instead of hating on the loyal fan base that has kept this in business so long that Disney just had to make an offer to buy it out. And when the owner of said fan base is in tax problems, Disney can usually buy them out. Hey, Georgie Lucas, how are you? That's all I got to say about that. Or maybe.
That's right. It's Fraggle Rock, bitch.
People hate it when I do that, because then they think about it and they can never get it back out of their heads again.
Oh yeah, it's in there for good. Well, there's also the other news that came from the weekend. The Green Ranger.
Oh yeah.
I'm hearing that he
strung himself out.
Yeah, I don't know what the cause was. I had heard something about his wife cheated on him.
Well, I heard earlier, because I did the hangout with the T-Bunny crew, so it was like me, Shadowpunk, Belmont, and a couple other people. And from what he read, his wife was in the midst of divorcing him. You know the usual. Okay, you're not making me enough money by, and by that meaning, you're coming up short, because you've been locked in the house for 2 years, and none of that convention money's coming in. Because with the lines that he used to pull in, the three big ones aside, so leave out New York, C2E2, and San Diego. But all the other shows he used to do, he had to pull like at least $100,000.
Oh, for sure.
Even if he was only getting $50 for a picture and an autograph, he would have 500 to 1,000 people in line for him at like any given time at these shows.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we all know I'm not a very nice person, but he did play an awesome bloodshot in the Bat in the Sun series, Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe. And outright, he was a hell of a better bloodshot than Vin Diesel.
Well, he'd have to be.
Didn't take much. So I was being selfish when I thought this, and I'm going to be a dick for saying this, but I'm going to say it anyhow because, well, one of the thoughts that went through my head was, does this mean we won't be inundated with all these pissant kids that were in preschool while we were in like high school and college age, running around Toys R Us screaming about Power Rangers, that now run around conventions screaming about Power Rangers? With him no longer with us, does that mean they won't be booking former Power Rangers to show up at all these autograph sessions at every single show? Asking for a friend. Yes, I'm the friend.
You know that scene in Tombstone, right after Johnny Ringo shoots the priest? At the very beginning, where even Curly Bill's like, even I don't know what's going to happen when Ringo's running this outfit. Hey. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm Ringo.
Like, sometimes I feel that way.
Oh, about me? Oh, okay.
You are my Johnny Ringo. And you know what? I'm okay with that.
See, all this time I thought I was your Huckleberry. Who knew?
Oh, well, there's that too. You serve double duty.
Mm-hmm. We can't afford two actors, so we just got you instead.
Yeah. I saw one of those TikToks earlier. Did you know? It's about Tombstone. I was like, did you know that all the mustaches in the main cast of Tombstone, all the mustaches were real? No shit. Because every damn one of them is a man.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Russell, man. Sam Elliott, 6 men.
Mm-hmm. And apparently immortal.
He has looked the same for 30 years.
And what's better yet is there's nothing better than Sam Elliott on social media.
Is he on social media?
Yeah. Talking down to you, or about talking down about you
Oh yeah.
when
I will say
when
that
you make a pussy ass cowboy film and you think it's a tough guy movie. Because
I will say
he went all in on somebody about doing something about that.
I will say that the Super Bowl ad he did a few years ago, where I don't really care for the song. It gets stuck in my head sometimes, though. The Horses in the Back, Little Nas X song, where he recited that. I was like, yeah, that's the best I've heard this song sound. Sounds almost like a cowboy story at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
It was funny. I saw an ad for a T-shirt on social media today from this company that calls itself the American, which means it's probably made in China. But it's got a big picture of the American flag going right across the middle of it, and at the top it says it's called the Bill of Rights, and underneath it says it's not the Bill of Feelings.
That's funny. Speaking of shirts, I have some sample shirts coming my way of sublimated Shawn artwork on some t-shirts. I'm going to see how they turned out. And I am going to not make any in sizes below XL. Because I'm sick of not being able to find shirts my size. So I was going to get my own. So if I do end up doing the shirts, it'll almost exclusively be XL, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. because, like I said, I'm tired of not being able to find shirts my size.
Yeah. So apparently recently down in Miami-Dade County, there was this person going by the name of Nikita Dragon, you know, a dude that claims to be a woman. But apparently a bunch of guests at this hotel called the Popo on him. Because apparently they were running around the hotel butt naked with their tallywhacker out, claiming to be a woman. So they were arrested, and I mean, in full makeup, she'd probably, fool some people. Must have been, on that many, hormones or whatever. And being a small person of small frame, it's easier to do than being, a trans woman with a beard. But they are horrified right now. The person going by the name of Nikita Dragon. Because, of course, the great state of Florida, Ron DeSantis is the governor in word of law. And homie don't play that crap. So she kept saying, but you don't understand. I'm a trans woman. Well, they're about to find out the hard way. Because she, if you want to call her that, is now in the men's prison.
Dun, dun, dun.
When you look like a pretty bitch in the men's prison, the guards are selling tickets.
Kind of like when Timmy and Jimmy fought on South Park. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would direct your attention to Cripple Fight.
And what's even funnier is the aforementioned person is also a trans influencer with millions of followers.
Yeah, this one should have been thought through better. You watched Justified, didn't you? Timothy Oliphant, Raylan. He played Raylan Givens. Yeah, U.S. Marshals show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on FX. It was before Timothy Oliphant played Cobb Vanth, which is basically the same role he played on Justified. Anyway, he had this phrase. I really liked it. It was, think it through. And he would just say it in that folksy Kentucky accent. Think it through. And you knew exactly what that meant. Occasionally at the club, we would say, do the math. I like think it through better. But yeah.
Well, apparently the aforementioned person, the police came banging on their hotel room door, announcing they were the police. Door went open a crack, and they slammed the door in the cop's face, then opened it again and threw a bottle of water at them. So they had like 5 charges levied against them, one of which was assault and battery on a police officer.
Yeah. Yeah, that one needed to be thought through. Mm-hmm. And there we go.
I'm sure there'll be like police brutality. Yeah, you were kind of brutal to the police, but we know you were drunk, but this ain't New York or California where you can do whatever the hell you want.
Now, mind you, I am no fan of the police. Not even a little bit. But
yeah.
I do understand the concept of FAFO. And I have been on the end of the find out.
F around and find out stick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. And we found out.
Yes, we did. Now, when I worked for Steve at Tiffany's, he had this thing where half the time you were, if you went to jail when OCU or whatever like that came in, I don't know what y'all's laws were like up there, but our laws were they could not make contact or get completely undressed because we sold alcohol. And of course we still did. So when OCU would come in, typically anybody violating those laws was arrested. Well, if you worked security and you were like, hey, I see OCU coming in, let me go ahead and let this one particular dancer that I know that tips me really well, let me let her know. That way she knows to get the hell back away from her guest. So she's entertaining. And they saw you got arrested too. Because, that's obstruction or whatever. Typically, Steve would have you out of jail before you really even got there. So the first time I went to jail and I wasn't working for Steve, it was a bit of a shock.
What do you mean I can't just leave?
What do you mean I can't smart off to you like I normally do? Oh, crap. I'm no longer in the loop.
Yep. They had laws like that up here for a while. Most of the cops wouldn't press those. The only time they would press them is if they had to go to your place.
Nuisance complaints.
Yeah, with, complaints, an extraordinary amount of times. And of course, this one place, would not, under any circumstances, put on a special duty unit on the weekends.
Mm.
And certain people were able to skate around it. But before I worked there, because it was a lot like your place, except we had full liquor license, but it was supposed to be go-go only. And of course, you get the girls, especially the old timers, that would flash on their stage shows. One of the older girls would do it, and I'd be like, put them things away. We all know you ain't got nothing but powdered milk in there. And she'd get mad and cover up. Or one of the other guys would just be like, hey, Cheyenne, quick, turn around and wave to the nice police officer. And they could see her like scramble trying to get her clothes back on. But I guess one time before I worked there, they raided them. And the raid started downstairs in the champagne room, where it was like Sodom and Gomorrah. And they had a SWAT van at the front and back door and arrested everybody inside.
Jeez.
Bartenders, waitresses, bouncers, managers, DJs, dancers, customers, everybody.
Jeez.
It is what it is.
No, for sure. Hey.
Crud catching up to you?
Huh?
Crud catching up to you?
A little bit. I feel like I got a brick in my face. She's coming along.
Oh, yeah. You too can own this 3D print.
Oh, it's definitely for claim, and I'm going to be putting a bunch of originals. I'm going to make a Facebook post and Facebook and Instagram and give people I know a shout at them before I put them on the eBay. I don't want to put them on the eBay because honestly, I have not done very well original-wise on eBay. But
No, because eBay is a flea market.
eBay is very much a flea market. And
More so than an actual flea market.
yeah. the originals that I took with me at the con, I still have a few of those left, so I'll be taking those and putting them on, giving my Facebook fans a shot at them first. But I'm
Well, you should probably share that over to that same post over to Twitter.
Oh yeah, for sure. The GoFundMe is actually, it's doing something. I'm just, not there, and I'm like, okay, this is getting really sick. I'm getting really sick of, getting rides from everybody, man. This is bullshit. So that's why I'm like, well, let me sell some originals, and my originals are normally about $250 each. Let some go for maybe around 200 or even lower than that. So yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's Christmas time. I gotta buy presents. Other people gotta buy presents. They can buy presents from me, and I can buy presents from other people. It's a win-win-win.
Did you try to move any? Did you move any copies of your signed covers from your comps?
No, I didn't. Honestly, I didn't put them out at the show because I've really got to rethink my whole setup a little bit. Not really rethink, but I need to tweak it. I realized I don't have anything on my table that has my name on it. Like I don't have a banner or anything like that. Because I have a banner, but I wasn't using it. And because I thought, well, surely nobody cares about that. But here's the thing: I'm a published artist now, and I need to run with that. There's people out there who are a lot less. I won't say a lot less talented, but not more talented, who are published on more covers, and they're definitely riding that scooter. So now I need to run with that. So I'll be designing a new banner, that kind of features some of my cover work, because
and featuring the new logo.
Yeah. The whole humble thing, it was good. And I'm not trying to be a dick or anything like that to anybody. But at the same point in time, it's like, well, wait a second. I'm not just some cat that comes in and, I draw part-time and, I do some scribbles. It's cool. No, I'm a guy who actually makes comic book covers and has worked for, some of the best people in indies. I'm doing one for Luke right now. I've worked for Wendy's Hanger at Naughty Fairies. I've worked for Alton Simpson. These are Rob Hicks. These are good folks who put out decent, good books. Well, I wouldn't say decent all the time, but so
Mike Jimmy?
Yeah. Do what?
Mike Jimmy?
Yeah, I like Jimmy. Yeah. He and I mean,
Jimmy.
What?
Not like Jimmy. I said Mike Jimmy.
Oh,
International notoriety and that sort of shit.
yeah. I mean, Mike gave me a shot on his book, and I think I did a pretty decent cover. Mike seemed to like it, so and that was something cool. I mean, that's not something that I normally draw, but it gave me a cool outlet to draw something that I don't normally do. But yeah, I've got international notoriety now, damn it.
Mm-hmm. I can cover out for a book out of the Netherlands.
Yeah, might as well run with that shit. I mean, what's the point in doing it if nobody knows you did it? Yeah.
I do. I got one of the covers here.
Oh yeah, you got one of my Life on Cora covers. I need to need you to let me know which covers you want, because I got comps of everything I've done for Alton, and I still have some comps that I did for Wendy. So let me know, and I'm gonna box them up for you and shoot them over to you. And I'll sign however many of them you want or whatever like that. I'm still getting used to signing covers for people. It's so weird, but
well, it's your artwork, and you sign your artwork, so
yeah, no,
and you sign your prints. So this is you signing a smaller version of your prints. Well, the middle-sized version of your prints. It just happens to be attached with a big staple gun to a comic book.
for sure. And speaking of signed prints, there's still a couple of Captain America prints left in the metal. They just look killer. I mean, they look insane. I even actually had another vendor send me a few samples. They sent me one of the Killer Poison Ivy we just did.
Mm-hmm.
They sent me one of the Bob Ross with Grogu. Sent me one of the Boba Fett with the very colorful background, the Cloud City background.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the Wonder Woman that I did where she's chained up and Darkseid's in the background. So, so those are available. But there's a lot coming up this year. I think we leveled up quite a bit this year, and we're going to level up some more this coming year. Because, I don't want another real job. And honestly, I can't do one to begin with because of, I have kids at home.
Betsy don't want to work.
You what?
Betsy don't want to work. That's right. I'm calling your truck Betsy. Get over it.
For sure. My truck's name is Megatron, damn it. And, it is. It has a Decepticon logo on it. But, yeah, it's crazy all the shit that
we're going to temporarily rename your truck Bab. Broke ass bitch.
For sure. Mine's looking like Megatron when Unicron found him. That's right. That's a deep cut.
See, what you need to do is you need to hang a sign without your dad's knowledge in front of him. Come get your picture took with the only living member of ZZ Top.
He's walking around, man. It's so funny because he's had people ask him if he's Uncle Si from.
Oh my God, Duck Dynasty.
And I mean, I think Si is funny as hell. So, I'll joke with him and be like, "No, my dad's got too much of a pickle up his ass to be Si." But I told him he needs to start cosplaying at these events that he goes to with me. He can cosplay.
All you gotta do is wear a camo, Dad. That's it. Just wear some camo and like one of them camouflage fisherman's hats like Uncle Si does. And
well, I was thinking he could just throw on a robe and get a freaking walking stick and a hat, and he could be Gandalf, man. Yeah. Hell, he might even enter a contest and win.
Look, did I guess? What do I win? You win the right to buy this original Gandalf piece of art off me for
real. Well, I am. My buddy Mitch Faust and I were talking this weekend, and about me starting to do a little bit more original, fantasy type art. Wizards and dragons and shit like that. Just kind of, because there's a big market for that in this area, among the D&D people. And so, yeah, man, I could use that as a model for some wizards. Which, if you haven't seen Mitch Faust's artwork, you need to check it out. It is killer.
Thomas is sending me up books that he just bought. He got the Betty Page's annual, and it's like Jungle Betty Page, and I'm like, "Ooh, I've got a toy of that. I should box it up and send it to him." And then he also work. Classic Hollywood Pinups. The book title is Va Va Voom.
Nice.
With a foreword by Mamie Van Buren.
Oh my God.
Books by Chris Chang.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with vintage ass pinups, man.
Mm-mm. And then he just texted me, "Happy birthday, old man." And I'm sad to say, even though Thomas, in a certain shirt that I've caught him wearing, looks like the real life version of old ass Charlie Brown. Apparently he never had much hair at any age, but I'm actually older than he is.
You know what, though? Don't feel bad.
But I only have to deal with one teenage daughter. He has to deal with two. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Well, you watch Cobra Kai, right? Yeah, religiously. Okay. Did you know that Thomas Ian Griffith, Terry Silver, was actually 6 months younger than Ralph Macchio?
No way.
Look it up.
Wow.
Ralph Macchio is older than Terry Silver.
Terry Silver did not age well.
No. I'm going to be honest, though. He can still throw the kicks, man. So that's pretty cool.
And he can fall through a fiberglass cobra like nobody's business.
For sure.
Yes, I know that wasn't him falling through the cobra.
You know what? My favorite part of this last season was Chosen, though.
Oh, yeah. Especially that hilarious phone call to Daniel's old flame from part 2.
Oh, Kumiko?
Yeah, Kumiko.
Gosh, she was so hot back then.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
So what do you think? Call this a done deal?
Yeah, because every time I lean my head over to start detailing this, I feel like I'm going to pass out.
You're gonna pass out, and then your sinuses are gonna drain out all over this, and you're gonna get pissed.
Oh man, if I got boogers on this, I would be so mad.
There's only 2 places they could land that you could bring it back from. Feel the texture in the nips. Ew.
Did I tell you Zatanna got claimed?
No. Oh yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah. My buddy Mike W is like, mine. It's like, shit.
Pay me.
For sure.
Yeah, I took your scan of that and made that TikTok video and tagged Janet.
Yeah, you did. Great stuff. Oh.
So,
Well, bro,
we're gonna call it quits on this one. Everybody have a pleasant Thanksgiving. Save me some pumpkin pie. And although I will be here Thanksgiving Eve with a special guest on Creators Outlet at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then on the 30th, Luke Stone and Company is going to join me to talk about hybrids. So,
dude,
tune in.
Luke is so freaking awesome. I mean, you've talked to him.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's been on I've had him on I think 3 times already.
He's absolutely killer. And doing a show right across the aisle from him is so cool. He still needs to send me a link of where I can get those displays. He's got these really cool retractable displays that he puts his books in.
Okay.
Like, oh, yeah, it's on Amazon. I'll send you the link. Nope.
I'll remind him.
Appreciate that. All right. Quit working on it, Sean.
Yeah, quit messing around with that stuff.
Yeah. Just, I
Let
like how
it
it's going.
go.
I like how it's going, man.
You know the thing, man.
Yeah, sure.